Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides was released in 2011. This is, of course, a Disney film. It's directed by Rob Marshall, written by Ted Elliott and Terry Rossio. And we have a cast including, of course, Johnny Depp. We also have Penelope Cruz, Ian McShane, Geoffrey Rush, Kevin McNally, and various others. And I thought this one was okay. I think it's my favourite one so far. I have seen the one that comes after this. I saw it roughly, I think, when it came out. I don't remember it well enough, so I will watch it or rewatch it and review it. But up until this point, I can say that I think On Stranger Tides is my favourite. Jack is looking for the Fountain of Youth. And we also meet a character called Angelica. And there's a little bit more to it than that, but I don't want to give away too much. But what I will say is that, in my opinion, it is the most straightforward Pirates of the Caribbean plot so far. Again, I can't remember too much about the one after this, but up until this point chronologically, it is the most straightforward narrative, and it proves that they can tell a pirate story without overcomplicating it and giving it 10,000 narratives and 6,000 important characters. They really stripped it back and allowed us to focus on just a few key things, and I found that to be so much more pleasurable. I found it to be a really enjoyable experience, and the writing is much, much stronger. And I'm not going to say I loved it. It's not ever going to be my favourite film, but I did come away from it feeling really satisfied with the experience. The narrative flowed well, the pacing was good, it was not overly complicated, and the characters were great as well. It is worth pointing out that this is the first one that we have without Elizabeth Swann and Will Turner. And I am perfectly okay with that. I don't know how other people feel about that. I think I'm realising that I don't really care about those characters. I don't necessarily dislike them, but I never really got any joy out of their stories. And maybe that's one of the reasons why I like this as well, because there's obviously less focus on those characters. But if you're a big fan of those characters and that's a big appeal for you, then obviously that's not going to work in this film's favour. So it could go either way, but for me personally, I actually thought it was quite refreshing and the narrative works well. The characters are great, the performances are great. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. And as is usually the case with the Pirates of the Caribbean films, it is so stunning to look at. It is so gorgeous. The locations are beautiful. The lighting is gorgeous and the costumes look fabulous. Everything about the appearance of this is amazing. And on top of that, we finally have a narrative that is actually not overly complicated and is genuinely really enjoyable and, in my opinion, generally well written. And also the music, of course, is fabulous. The music is by Hans Zimmer, of course, and I'm happy. I'm really happy with the experience. The other ones, while they have great aspects, mostly the performances and the visuals, the narratives are just a complete mess. But On Stranger Tides proves that they can tell a pirate story without it being too chaotic, and I think they did a good job with it. Looking forward to rewatching the next film. The great thing about having a terrible memory is that I can watch a film more than once and it's like I've never seen it before. So looking forward to checking it out. Hopefully that On Stranger Tides isn't a fluke. Hopefully the next one isn't, in my opinion, as badly written as the first few, but we'll see. Time will tell. And for now, I'm pleased to say that On Stranger Tides was a really enjoyable experience, and I'm certainly happy to recommend it.